It's
Okay.
breaking.
What's happening? Um, Go ahead,
Maybe.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say that I don't need a religion either. Um, I had two different religions in my life, and I just felt that I could progress without any religion. So I feel I've been very spiritual all my life. Um, when I did meditation consistently for a year, my abilities came out. So I've had a lot of unusual experiences in my work. One, I remember I was sleeping and I was woken up by my spiritual guide who said to turn on the lights. And so I did. I got up. It was early morning, still dark out. I turned the lights out, and my guide had said there was someone out there. So when I turned on the lights, I guess that may have scared that person away. Um, so I've had, well, I do channeling, so I have telepathic communication with different sources. So I get a lot of powerful, uh, profound information from them. And so my life has been not ordinary. And certainly there's the connection with the divine, many who I do not see, but I can communicate with. And then there was another time where I had a communication with a group that uh, would give me information over the phone with my friend. And um, so it was all personal stuff. It wasn't anything for the public. And I kept getting nudged from them to go on this tour that with like-minded people. And it was in France. And I was resistant because I didn't have the money for it, you know. And but uh, but I kept getting the nudge to do it, that it was important, all these things. And so I kind of, uh, things happened that was kind of magical. Um, my friend who I'd been on the phone with, she offered to pay my way. And then uh, we had, we didn't have all the money because we needed money for, I think it was for um, the stay at the motel, but I can't remember because we had several motels that we went to. But anyway, the money came from the people who were hosting the tour. It was a loan. So we were able to go on the trip. This was back in 2018. And um, I don't really know why I was meant to go, unless it was just to meet the people on the tour. I did have an experience there that was unusual, um, where I was alone in a bungalow, and my friend was who I shared the bungalow with was gone, and I heard the door slam, so I thought she was back. But when I looked, there was no one there, and so I knew it was spirit who wanted to communicate with me, and it was a French person, um, and my father, which my father is French, or was. He's no longer here, but so I'm part French, and um, I had gotten some information telepathically from both of them. So it was very brief, but it was something to share with the group. Um, so, I just had a lot of different kinds of experiences and, you know, um, things, you can be protected by your guide. Everyone has a guide or two. And if you can be open and receptive and relax, you can probably be able to communicate with them. Surely you have obviously heard, and you listened, and you cooperated. So it's a matter of trusting the information. If you hear something that's unusual, it's spirit or your guide talking to you. So I think it's important to open up to that because we're way more than we know. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, and all the souls here are having the same. So that's all.
Thank you, Deborah. That was beautiful. And yes, I totally believe. And we know that we are spiritual beings and we're here to have a human experience. And it's up to us to listen. Some of us are more aware than others. Some go through life never aware. But I feel everyone that's in this group, everyone is aware. So, it's really beautiful to be connected to all of you. So, do you have any other questions?
Um,
I just want to say that thank you everyone who has shared absolutely, and it's coming to me that this is a conversation among many that I will look back on and just kind of carry with me. My mother's 88. Who knows when she's gonna make her transition, or I'm praying that she goes before me, you know. And goes. Yeah, so I believe in eternal life, and just continuing our relationship now will make it easier, seem like, to continue our relationship when neither one of us are in the physical body anymore. So thank you all for your wisdom and your courage and your insights and your yeah, I'm a nature girl too. So, I mean, I go to anybody's church because I love rejoicing. So, you know, I've been to the mosque, to the Muslim people, to the Native American. That's my practice, 100,000-year-old teachings. But, time doesn't exist and all that. So, I love rituals and, as long as they're positive. And loving and community based and nature. Yeah, I sit out here and just talk to the squirrels and the trees and so yeah, some of my ancestors they come through nature. The tree fell when my dad passed 3 years ago or so, and I didn't tell the guy to cut it up, so the roots are just really artistic and amazing, and so you kind of communicate through that tree and just different things. So yeah, thank you all. And it's nice to hear your story, Shirley. Yeah, it is nice to connect with people and just know who they are. I mean, selling is a part of life, honey. You selling your story. I mean, and buying is, I don't even get caught up in that no more. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for
Thank
writing the
you.
book and letting other people in. Yeah, yeah, and that's
Thank you.
inspiring.
Thank
thank you,
you.
Omega. Yeah, I think it's important to be attuned, especially there were times when you feel like you're stuck and you're alone and you don't have anybody else or you don't know what the next step is. And I think to be in the um, in gratitude, a lot of things, even for the little things. And I think that if you just kind of attune to the environment, to the people around you, sometimes you see opportunities, you see things that you didn't see before. I think when you're grateful and you're in that attitude of being open to possibilities, and I just believe that, to have the faith and the belief that things will present itself to you. Like Carol, with your journey and through this retreat and your story about your Hawaii and your at the Toastmaster. I went to a Toastmaster where Carol was. She was in this speech competition with your husband, that whole story with your mom and everything. It was amazing. You know, each of us have all these experiences that are guiding us to where we are today. You want to say
Yes.
something, Carol? What was it?
Uh, no, I just really appreciate what everything that you just said, Rini. I appreciate this whole topic. Shirley, thank you for sharing your stories. And it felt good to share my story about my sister. Um, uh, and so, I've had experiences, right? But that one and Rini, the story that I told at Toastmasters about my mother, those two touches that I have had with the divine gives me the the fuel, the energy, the to pursue what my purpose is in life. It really was so so turbocharged even from those two, specifically those two experiences that I had. Yeah.
Yes, amazing. Anyone else want to share? Miriam, I know you don't have your camera, you're busy with your
No,
Airbnb
no,
or
I'm here. I'm here. I already
okay.
checked them out. Yeah. Yeah, this topic is much more profound and than what I really believe that whatever we experience is still is the power of our human being as a being, because we are all connected. We are connected to the trees. We are connected to the ocean. We are connected to the water, air, and everything. And then yeah, that's very true what Shirley's saying is when we are quieting and really listening to, and we have love and compassion in our heart, we are in more alignment to receive, messages or whatever. I had those experiences too, but I would never, say that this is something that, like angels is telling me or something. No, because I was more in tune and more aligned with the universe. That's how we get the message, when we are more in alignment. And yeah, and we all have this power. We all have it. Like you said, Shirley was saying, sometimes we're just too busy. We're just running like, like a ants, and we're not even thinking. Then we just like sit and be quiet. Then you start, tapping into that universe. But I still like to unfold. I have so many questions on this area.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so true. Thank you, Miriam. I think that the whole idea of being aware, self-awareness is so important. Like what you said about being attuned and in alignment. And I think that just position yourself to be open to possibilities, because you never know. Even when you think that things are not happening, you're not seeing anything, it's there. You know, God, the universe work in mysterious way. We don't always know, but then if we pay attention and we're attuned to it, then we can hear it, we can see it, we can feel it.
Definitely. And we have, like, once you become aware, you realize that you're not your thoughts, because you are aware of your thoughts. So the more that you discuss it, it becomes more profound, because once you become aware, you can sit back and you can listen to your thoughts. So who is listening to your thoughts? Do you know what I mean? So we are not our thoughts. And so that's why self-development is so important, because some people have negative thoughts, or they say negative things to themselves, like that's not good, like they're negative towards themselves. And once you become aware of that, you learn more to love yourself, because I mean, I knew I was loved growing up. I had an exceptional relationship with my mom. I have three siblings, two are passed now. So, like, I only have a sister remaining. I've always known I was loved, but loving yourself, like, I don't even know if I actually thought about it back then. Like, you took care of yourself, you went through your day, but actually telling yourself that you love yourself, but you should treat yourself as if you are your best friend, because all of us treat our best friends like royalty. So you got to treat yourself like that, right? So it's very important. And to do that, you become aware, and you become aware that you're not your thoughts. We are spirit, and this body, like with self-development, you peel back layers and you become a higher version of yourself, and you leave the whole self behind. And you've got to do the work. You've got to really do the work. And sometimes it's not easy, like sometimes, like I know, like I've always been insecure of public speaking, because I know I dropped my H's. Okay, at my age now, I don't think I'm going to be concerned about picking them up because it's going to take a while. And when I was on the boat the last time, like August, I did a lot of peeling back. And three times people mentioned my dropping my H's, and it triggered me. It really triggered me. I was upset because I thought I was making progress. And then I went down to the beach and I meditated and I meditated. And they didn't bring it up because they were being negative towards me. It was brought up to make me aware that to be my authentic self, I shouldn't be triggered by it anymore. Right. So that was another layer I let go of, because I'm here to make a difference, whether I speak perfectly or not, whether I do a perfect presentation or not. I'm here to come forward as my true authentic self, to share what I feel is important and can help someone else move into a better direction in their life. And and that's why. So you've got to do the work, and you've got to sit back and wonder, like, why did that come to me three times in 1 week? And it wasn't because they were trying to make me feel bad. It was because I needed to be made aware of it. Right. So
Isn't that amazing about that, Marianne?
What I wanted to mention that, like, that's what I wrote in the chat, that sometimes we make up stories in our mind. When we totally surrender, what Shirley is talking about, when we totally surrender, we totally are aware and we are in alignment with the universe, then yes, we would see everything, we would hear everything, we would know, we have that feeling of the knowing. But our brain is so, our mind is so powerful that can make up stories and then makes you believe that this is what it is. I've been a witness of it like years ago when I was a kid, because I've always been questioning things. And it was some kind of a religious event. My family are not religious, but it was just some kind of a women gathering, something. And then she took me, and I was having an exam. I think it was like, I don't know, still in a elementary school, end of it. Then, and they were like talking about all these, like, oh, this prophet is right now is showing up, oh, something, or whatever they were saying, making people, putting people in that trance. And then suddenly somebody screamed, started, crying. Oh, I see the prophet right now in front of me. So those are like the stories we making and making ourselves believe, which is not true. And then people, like, honestly, because we are so unaware of our power, we and we are, yes, we truly, people are lazy. We are, as a human being, lazy. We don't want to think. We'd rather rely on something else. We'd rather somebody tell us what to do. It's easier to go, like that. So yeah, but then when we, like I'm saying, when we quiet our conscious mind and we quietly listen to our being, who we are, heart, mind, soul and everything in a relationship with everything else, then yes, we would have those, messages. And I don't understand it. Sometimes it happened to me many times too. I don't understand it. My mother and my grandma have that kind of I'll call it intuition. Like out of nowhere, the other side of the world, my mom calls me, what's happening to you? What's going on? But she didn't know, and I did for sure. I had some kind of crisis in my life. And she already knew it. She already felt it because we are connected. Everybody's connected. But our ego and our busy lifestyle is disconnecting us. Yeah, that's all I wanted to add.
That's beautiful. So is it okay, Rennie, to share the screen and do the
Yes,
poem, or did you have more
yes.
questions?
No, go ahead. We're getting close to the time to
That's
nine
what I
o'clock.
figured.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I will now read the last poem in my book. It's called The Miracle of Life. Ere we are born shiny and new, glistening bright like morning dew, sprinkled with stardust from heavens above, crafted with care, with purpose and love. From dust we are made, and to dust we return. Yet through our journey our spirits will burn, not just to wander, but truly to shine, a spark of divine, so sacred, so fine. So live with courage, with love, and with grace. Leave gentle footprints in time's vast embrace. Though trials may come, let faith be your guide. The universe whispers, I walk by your side. For you are all unique, a wonder, a light. No one like you, not day nor night. Like a star, know your worth. Glow, bold and bright. Embrace your breakthrough. It starts tonight. Before I say my little sentence to end the presentation, are you all open to closing your eyes and saying an affirmation with me?
Sure.
Okay, so let's begin. I am open. I am strong. I am in alignment. I am allowing. I am ready, and I am receiving. And so it is. So thank
So
you
it
all.
is.
Thank you all for having me here today. May you all be reminded of this truth that you are never alone and grace is always with you. Love and light, Shirley. Thank you all.
Thank you, Shirley. That was beautiful. I appreciate you all, and we're closing this session. So thank you again, Shirley, and everyone, and for all your shares. Really appreciate you. Have a great week, great weekend, and we'll see you the next time we get together again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye
Thank
all.
you. Bye.
Take care. Thanks so much. Yeah, beautiful.